This is the brotherhood. This is camaraderie. And this is, all these people still mean something to me. They're all friends and family, if you will, to me.
My name is Ronald Whaley. I served in the U.S. Navy from mid-70s till mid-80s on nuclear-powered submarine.
My name's Stanley Porter. I was a sheet metal man on helicopters. We spent about 6 months over there in a build-up unit, and we worked on helicopters, and then after about 6 months, we deployed over to Vietnam for a year.
My name is Kevin Oakton. I am a corporal in the United States Marine Corps. I served from June 14th, 2009 to June 15th, 2014.
So, my name's Pete Heft. I retired from the Marine Corps as a gunnery sergeant.
I was kind of your typical college kid. I had a few months left, and I really wasn't too sure what exactly I wanted to do with my life.
Well, life was just life. Me and my buddy was going to go to barber school and get our own shop.
My life was kind of standard for country folk.
I grew up in a small town, knew everybody knew me. Life was very simple.
I got married, and Vietnam War was going on, and when I was 18, I got drafted, but I failed the physical. But then as the war escalated, I got a summons to go down and take a physical again, and I got drafted into the service.
The colleges that I wanted to get into wouldn't take me. Navy recruiter came to me and he said they would essentially provide me 2 years worth of Navy schooling for a 6-year enlistment.
My brother-in-law was a Marine, so I went and spoke with the Marine recruiter when I was 12 years old. Wanted to join what I felt was the best service, and that's what I did.
So after I graduated college, made that step into the military.
I just seen that commercial to go in the Army and be all I could be. So I decided to go in the military as soon as high school was over with.
One of the huge reasons I joined was for travel and to see the world. So I volunteered to go to Okinawa, Japan for 2 years.
Well, the first place I was stationed was Fort Lewis, and the guy who was running the place, me and him used to get together and play ping pong. He'd call me off base like I got a job to do, and he'd take me in the rec room and we start playing ping pong. But that was some fun memories because he helped me out with a lot of stuff.
I was the spokesman for the Marine Corps Institute about computer-based training development. I'm briefing the Commandant and his guest, who was the Commandant of the Chilean Marine Corps, saying, hey, you should be careful. You should be careful and watch out, because as soon as you turn on your systems and allow people access to it, there's a lot of interest. It could overwhelm you. And he kind of sits up in his chair and I assure you that we've made the right kind of investments, that we won't have those kind of problems. And I was like, wow, okay. Immediately the next day, that I had this letter from the Commandant of the Marine Corps, talking about how I did a great job.
My job overseas was to move military equipment from a base in Iraq to Kuwait. This was definitely a very, very, very daunting task. Once it all culminated into the mission accomplished for me personally, it was just all in all a very, very rewarding experience.
We launched a torpedo, and the torpedo came back and hit us 3 times. It was going to go after the loudest sound it could find, and it came back and hit us 3 times. There was a big dent in the missile compartment.
Oh.
And there was a lot of scratches. But no, nothing other than that. And thank God it didn't have a warhead on it.
The most significant one was when I was in Vietnam and I was out on guard duty, and I was the bunker commander, and we started taking in some rounds. The other 3 guys, they got scared and jumped down in the trench, but since I was the bunker commander, I stayed up on top. These rounds were coming in at me, and I could even hear them buzz by my ear. I finally got down there myself, and that was probably the most significant memory I have, you know.
Did everyone survive that day?
Yeah.
You're still somewhat in a closed community, and so you really don't have a feel for what it's like to be in the civilian world.
It's been a change trying to readjust back into civilian life. Always has its challenges.
I had some little bit of, you know, trouble adjusting when I first came home, and I had a little bit of an alcohol problem. I was about to lose my wife, I was about to lose my job, lose my home.
I got a divorce very quickly right after I got out of the military. So not only did I lose the structure and the rigor and everything from the military, my personal life was also like blown to smithereens. I definitely isolated myself and hid and absorbed into work and alcohol and just did whatever I thought was something that I used to do.
The sleep pattern. On the submarine you run an 18-hour day, not 24. So you're always sleeping at odd hours. You know, I'll go 3 days without sleeping. Your attention's going to be lower, your patience is going to be gone, and then that's going to exacerbate because you're going to yell at somebody again. You know, I used to get spit at. I used to be called baby killer, and you know, I never even handled a gun. You know, on a submarine there's no guns. And now, you know, everybody's, well, thank you for your service.
Thanking a veteran for their service, I know it might be corny, but I mean that really does. To me, that's I really appreciate it. And I know some of my fellow military personnel really appreciate it.
It's really amazing to see how much the impact that people can make on their veterans just by saying, thank you, I appreciate you.
If I get down and out, they help me out. And it's always good to get together with other veterans. And you know, they look out for us a lot.
We have a veterans meeting once a month, and there's different guys that come in and talk about health problems that they have, and you know how the VA and veterans would be able to assist each other, other veterans be able to help each other with the health problems as we get in our 60s and 70s and so forth.
There's a lot of veterans that are coming back into the civilian workforce, so any kind of assistance with jobs, maybe just support, because a lot of them are combat veterans as well. The resources are out there, just a lot of them just kind of sometimes have a hard time finding some of these resources.
Connecting.
But they got veterans that's coming back now that's been in military war, and they need a lot of medical help.
The biggest challenge for me would really be caring for people and and being compassionate. Every single person deserves to have someone that cares for them.
The best thing that the community can do is, as much as they won't want the help, give them the help to transition.
If you do know somebody that's a veteran, you know, sometimes it's just best to kind of take time and maybe just ask questions and you know, just make sure everything is going good, because some of these guys really do struggle.
Help widows, certainly. There's that period of time where, you know, they're having to pick up the slack and keep on going, and it's just, you know, I would just say take care of the widows.
I support other veterans that are in harm's way now, and the men and women that serve, and I'm thankful to them for serving. And America's always stood, I felt, for what was right, and I've always been proud to be a veteran.
Well, I couldn't say what it means, but it feels pretty good to be able to go through some place and make it. And get counted on for the rest of my life.
My community and my country is more important than my own free time.
For me, it's everything. It's something that I couldn't be more proud that I've done in my life.
I always wanted to make a difference. I always wanted to do something with my life that was bigger than me.
A lot of people think that when you go into the service, it changes you and whatever, and turns you into somebody else. For me, being a veteran means that I'm still a Marine, I'm just not in uniform.
Well, I'm just proud to be a veteran of the United States of America, that's it.